Hi everyone, I just like to share with what I observed this morning with a client, and I love it. It's always a teaching point for me as well with every client and what it's come through for them. I have been a metaphysical reading the body, how I speak to you through your body, what your feelings are for the last 20 years. So I always pretty much quickly to read as soon as somebody coming up with an issues. So I just want to share with you this morning, I had a client schedule and she was up a few hours ahead and I got a message say, Hui, I have been vomiting, I don't feel good. I really want to, what do you think, should I cancel my appointment and reschedule? And most cases, I find that sometimes people have stuff that's ready to move through. Often, as soon as they have a scheduled session, something else would come up. In my cases, I say, nope, definitely not. We are not rescheduling that. In fact, that I do have some time now. I can see you even earlier, so I did. So as I was walking to my meditating room, I stumbled a book. I told her The Power of Now. And it was, so this was a good lesson for many of you as well. And avoidance is something you want to face, especially emotions, certain stuff to come through. I had a client who was, for example, another client that came to see me, and he had some major issues. And gosh, you can find my, he actually took an extra half an hour to go in circles, but he didn't give up, thank goodness. And he did find me. Hi, Karen. So he finally did, and glad he did, got to see me, and he wanted to come back. So I want to share with you the subject about vomiting, and the first thing that come to mind with me was, here's the lesson here, is subconsciously what that is your body's trying to tell you about your feelings and not wanting to face them. And with vomiting, one of my favorite author is Annette Noontil. This is what she said about them. Is about another interpretation. It said your intellectual wants to throw out the feelings you want to run your life by the power of your own feelings. And it's all feelings that we want to throw up and don't want to deal with it. And then another message that I have for her was, that came through as the reading was, it's time to let go of some of her old beliefs and some values, ideas that she have. And then it feels safe to get rid of them now. And often she's moving into a new ideas and new business, that having the fear of letting go of the old stuff that not serving her. So that was exactly what's going on. So when you do feel like you need to vomit in the springtime too, and it's time to kind of, when you look deep down, it's all deep cleansing, whether it's internal or the external. So her body is just doing that for her, just letting go of some ideas that no longer serving her. And then also at the same time, I was seeing a snake that came through out of the skin. So another thing with the snake also is renewal, getting into the new skin and letting go of the old skin. So that was very evident, that came through also, that got that message for her. And then as I was pulling out a page to read for her from The Power of Now, I used those books, The Power of Now, 365 Ways to Connect with Your Soul. Lesson that I often ask for the client, what lesson do I need to learn? And I use those books like a tarot cards. So this is what I got for her, and it actually was highlighted as well, and I thought I want to share that with you. Is this is what I got from The Power of Now, is focus attention on your feeling inside you. Know that this is a pain body, accept that it is. Don't think about it. Don't let feelings turn into thinking. Don't judge or analyze. don't make identity for yourself out of it. Stay present and continue to be an observer what is happening inside of you. Became aware now, not only the emotional pain, but also the ones you who observe, the silent watcher. This is the power of now, the power of the own conscious present, then see what happens. And often we do, we spend so much time analyzing, and I often tell them, just stay with it for a minute. What is it telling you? If you sit down long enough and just allow what's coming through, you have so much insight that you just don't give yourself credit for. You have so much built-in intuition already. You already have the answer that you are looking for. All you have to do is shut up. Shut the heck up. Don't think. If you just shut that thinking head up and just allow, when you start allowing, you'll be amazed of all the insight that you have. And how convenient is that? So I told her to continue fasting, so I gave her some fasting tips, which is perfect time to do that. So just allow yourself just to be cleansed and be clear. And some of my favorite fasting is just water fasting with herbs for 36 hours. Afterwards, you can do finish off with the juice fasting and then integrating gentle food back as well. And it's almost full moon, and I want to also share with you a simple full moon practice that you can all practice. First, start writing out the emotion and feelings that you experience right now. Maybe all the fears that you may have about your business, where I'm going to get my next check, where I'm going to get my next client, all those worries. Just have them all down on paper. When you sit down and allow all this thoughts to come through without thinking, just write them all down. What's all this fear? And write all those fears down. As soon as you write it down, you can really see it. You say, okay, I see you. I know who you are now, and then we can really start seeing what our predominant thoughts are. Is this serving me? This thought about where's my next clients coming from? Just breaking that down. As I was sharing that with her, a whole bunch of C came up. It was like, stop complaining, stop comparing yourself, stop criticizing yourself. All those C's you need to get out. So those 3 C's to come into. And when you start feeling those about criticizing yourself, you're comparing yourself to another person and you're complaining. If you quit that, just like when you see yourself, stop it, slap yourself in the face or whatever. Or I was at a millionaire mind, they make us wear a black band, and every time you do have those thoughts coming through, pull that and slap on your wrist. I tell you, it hurts. It really hurts. So when you inflict enough pain, and just imagine that can cause that physical pain to you, you can imagine what their thought can cause to your body, a much more worse than that. So just catch yourself. Just really catch yourself with that, and just rechange that. When you're talking about not enough, just focus there is more than enough. And when you're comparing yourself, you criticize, stop criticizing yourself. There is the other word that came to replace comparing yourself and others and complaining, and is think about creativity. And that's the other C word that would come through. Was really good. Just like create ways. Think of other ways that you can create with your business. I mean, my gosh, there are so many facets of your business that you can work around. Focusing on what will work and letting go what doesn't work anymore, and allow new ideas to come through. And don't worry about if it's not going to work. Just sometimes angels talk to you in a way that you don't imagine, but it's actually talking through your thoughts process. Actually, that's how they talk to me in my thoughts. So just next time you do have a thought come up, think, oh, okay, what is my angel trying to tell me? So those are really good guides to think about. But anyway, so straight to the point, I want to give you a gift of the new full moon. Just very easy. In 2 days, I think the moon will be there. Just think about letting go of all the emotions no longer serving you, and ask what you want. Ask what you want, and all you have to do is ask. So that's my thought of the day. Thank you for joining me. Bye for now. Have fun.